Boston, a city of extremes. Our winters are brutal. Our sports fans are fierce. Our drivers are the worst. We have all the history. We do all the drinking. And that same passion is what fuels New England's thriving geek culture. And at the center of that culture is this.
I've had people come from all over and tell us that not only our store, but Boston comic stores in general just have more than they've ever seen. Whether it's more obscure or something that's brand new that you can't find anywhere else, I think that Boston's where it's at.
Are Boston comic book fans anything like Boston sports fans?
It seems that's exactly how it would be.
Uh-oh, okay.
The sports fandom is so similar to any other fandom, but it's more socially acceptable.
Fandom is fandom is fandom. People in Boston, like, we love to be really passionate fans of anything. Like, be it the Red Sox, be it Superman, we're just really into what we're into, and we really want you to be into it too. And it's just directed at comics instead of, like, sports or whatever.
And every year, comic book fans from across New England make a pilgrimage to the biggest event in the region. Welcome to Boston Comic-Con. Well, I mean, it's in a couple weeks, but you get the idea, right? Huh? Hey, can we cut to something else? Yeah? I'm a comic here in Boston, and a lifelong geek. But what does it really mean to be a geek? There's a lot to explore.
The Secret Worlds of Boston Comic-Con, presented by your New England Chevy dealers.
So, you might look at this footage and think to yourself, what's with those costumes? Is that a Deadpool family reunion? Who is that holy man? What is a Comic-Con anyway?
Boston Comic-Con's about gathering just a bunch of good people so they can have a great time.
You know, the Boston Comic-Con is organically homegrown. You know, my partner and I started it in 2007. We're both Boston natives. We're both comic book fans.
If I had to put a finger on my favorite Comic-Con, it would have to be Boston. Boston seems to be the mecca for all of us.
There's something really nice about Boston Comic-Con in the atmosphere and the tone. It's the friendliest convention I've ever been to, for sure.
I think Boston itself, for comics, it's a tighter community. You know what I mean? Because it's smaller, and so everybody really knows each other.
It's just going to be crazy. Every year it gets bigger and bigger.
We have the most wicked Comic-Con. Isn't that what I was supposed to say? I'm sorry, I'm from Detroit. You can just cut that.
So all of a sudden, we've had this big boom within the last 2 years of, comic prices are just, been going up on a rise. It's a very strange industry. So I sold Marvel Spotlight 5 the other day for $500. But, that's like a low end, you know what I mean? There's books that are out there that are 10, 15, 20,000. And no, I don't have one because I wouldn't be sitting here doing this interview. I think more comic shops had opened in 2015 than altogether in the last 10 years.
That's right. Even with all the constant chatter about the death of print media, right now, in 2016, comic book shops have never been more popular.
People want to hold something tangible in their hand. They want to open it up. They love the artwork, the story.
Every Wednesday, it's a ritual. It's like my church. I don't go to church, I come here.
Is it sort of the casual fan, or more people coming in just knowing exactly what they're into?
It's a really wide demographic. There are the super fans that are really into this, and there's the casual walk-in.
We have a lot of law enforcement that comes in here. We have a lot of lawyers that come in here because they want to get away from the crap of the everyday baloney that goes on, you know what I mean?
And sometimes, comics can be more than an escape from the everyday. They can actually heal.
I'm Chris Tarbassi. I'm the founder and president of Operation Comic Relief. We're a nonprofit that has, for 13 to 14 years now, shipped comics globally to our deployed U.S. soldiers free of charge. So I work in the healthcare field. In the healthcare field, we have something called diversional activities. So when this stuff goes off to them, it diverts them from what's going on. It gives them a chance for escapism. The wounded GIs on the flights, you'd have a Marine arguing with someone in the Army over, Batman versus Spider-Man. They weren't talking about the gunshot wound in their leg or anything like that. They were talking about something else. It diverted their attention.
Here's where you can find out more about Operation Comics Relief. And stay tuned, because we are just scratching the surface.
The new comics delivery.
I always wanted to do a crossover where Batman fights Daredevil and throws him off a building and says, "Didn't see that coming." I'm a terrible human being.
Bite the head off a bat, like drop acid in the bathroom.
I got up on stage, and then I forgot all my Mandarin Chinese, and I ran off the stage.
You can read the issues that a culture is wrestling with off of its popular entertainment.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm frightened.
This isn't reality? I'm out of here. Thank you guys for the interview.
Come check out Chevrolet and all of the festivities at Boston Comic-Con, August 12th through the 14th.